Jeff Esposito here from jeffesposito.com. Checking in to give you this week's NFL picks via social media. If you haven't been following along from the beginning of the year, what we're doing is we're using data pulled in on each of the 32 teams on buzz set about in social media, using Lithium social media monitoring, and putting those numbers against an individual that I'm friends with across social media. These individuals get to pick the games. The person with the best record overall at the end of the year for their week is going to get $100 donated to their charity. In week 1, social media finished up with an 8-8 record. 500, not great, but not so bad. Just edged out by my friend Mike Pace, who had Mike was a 9-7 record, so he just had one more win than we did, so it's kind of a wash. Week 2, we're going up against my friend Mandy Boardman, whose Twitter handle is MiniTerp now. She's picked the games, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. She's a fan of the New England Patriots, so we'll go into the Thursday night game first. Both of us are actually picking Green Bay over the Chicago Bears. The second game we're both picking as well with the Ravens over Mike Vick and the Philadelphia Eagles. Again, it's 3 for 3. We're picking the same thing with the G-Men over the hapless Tampa Bay Yucks. The first time we're going to disagree on the days is the 4th game of the day between Oakland and Miami. Social's picking Miami. And Mandy is picking the Raiders. In the Houston and Jacksonville tilt, we're both also picking Matt Schaub and the Texans. I guess I wonder if we're going to see if Arian Foster is going to ask people this week to turn around to see what their names are. In the Cleveland-Cincinnati game, Social's picking the Dog Pound, while Mandy's picking Cincinnati. You know, the increase in mentions this week, I think, for both Cincinnati and Baltimore had a lot to do with the passing of Arthur Modell, to where both numbers were inflated a little bit. So I think common wisdom would say Cincinnati should beat the heck out of Cleveland, but we have to go with the numbers here. In the Buffalo-Kansas City game, Social's picking Buffalo, while Mandy's going with Kansas City. I guess she still has a thing for Matt Castle, who's up in there, her former New England boy. New Orleans, Carolina, both sides picked a big bounce-back game for Drew Brees and company. See what happens to suspended players. Arizona and New England were split. Social thinks Larry Fitzgerald's going to pull down a win, while Mandy's going to stick with her New England roots and think that Mr. Butt-Chin Tom Brady is going to come out with the win. In the Minnesota-Indianapolis game, both sides think that Andrew Luck is going to come out with the win this week. While in Washington and St. Louis, RG3 should continue with his winning ways. Now comes my midget writing time. In the Dallas-Seattle game, both sides are picking Tony Romo and company. I'm hoping the D comes up with big points this week for my fantasy league. In the Jets and Pittsburgh, it's a no contest, although, again, pains me to write this down. Big Ben and company should pick up that game. In Tennessee, San Diego, we're both going with the Superchargers. While we'll split in the Detroit, San Francisco, where the social side's going with Megatron and Mega Arm, while Mandy's going to go with the Niners. And closing out on the Monday night game, Social sticking with Peyton Manning and his hot arm, while Mandy will be going with Matty Ice and her former school at BC for a little bit of time with Matty Ice. So let's see how these games pick out. If you think you could pick the games better than social media or Mandy, please leave your picks in the comments below and let us know what you think about the methodology. Jeff Esposito signing off and saying, may the games begin.